substitutions to fill a distance triple that size. What a matchup we have for you in the battle for the state of Oregon. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. And the Beavers will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Ducks offense will get the football first. A program whose history is built on speed. Oregon just ran away from the Beavers last time.
And the Ducks were ready to play a year ago. They were ready for a war. They came out, they took it to Oregon State. They didn't back off, Jesse. That game meant a lot to them.
Yeah, they just caught fire early, and Oregon State couldn't put the fire out. They had no answers. Every possession Oregon had, it seemed like they were going up and down the field. So a big challenge for Oregon State in this one is to try to get off to a great start.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers.
Turning it on! Attack! Touchdown, Ducks! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Yeah, these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football.
Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Oregon State's offense will get the ball for the first time. And this running game, Jesse, which has been suspect, is going to run into a stone wall in that linebacking core.
I think the big question then is, how is this offense going to have any balance in this game? They need to find creative ways to run the football. We've seen this linebacker shut down much better running backs than what they have on offense. So, David, they're going to have to find ways to still get their backs touches, but try to keep them away from this guy because he is a heat-seeking missile.
He is, and he's sideline to sideline. He's good in the pass. He's good in the run. Like, he really is hard to get away from. Maybe read him some. You know, get the ball out quick. Try to avoid him as much as possible because he has wrecked many a games.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. With the catch, it's Allen. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Autzen. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big 3rd down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here. Rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. The Beavers will call on their punt team. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Catches it at the 30. Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Quick handoff. Breaks into the open. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. He's got him. He's forced out of bounds just short of the goal line, a mere yard away from Pater.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Twice they've been denied touchdowns in the red zone, and now it's 3rd and goal. They'll give it to the back. He is stopped short. That's the man they wanted to have the ball, but it'll be 4th down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Between the uprights, it's good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Hey, listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And he's going to bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13. They've spotted them a 10-0 start now to see if they can answer on this drive. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there.
And that's why he is an all-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Caught in the backfield. It's Applewhite. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. The Beavers will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They've built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Finds his big tight end. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. And the Beavers will line it up on 1st and 10. Tries to do it himself on the draw.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
The Beavers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Pulls it and fires to the left. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42. It seems as if this old feud has been going on since Lewis and Clark set the foundation for the Oregon Trail. They've been playing since 1894, guys.
Game's been played for a long time, a lot on the line in the state of Oregon. Bragging rights, Jesse, for a whole year.
I feel like it's one of the rivalries in college football that maybe a lot of people don't talk about or really know about. But if you've ever been around this game and you know about the tradition and the history and the emotion surrounding this game, this is easily one of the best rivalries in college football.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. They've got to get the football to the 32 to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. On target over the middle. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. New set of downs after the completion. They go to the ground. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Caught in the backfield, it's Montgomery. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Beavers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Touchdown, Beavers! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Perez wants to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. That's the kind of protection you dream about as he fires left. Ball down, but he has enough to move the chains. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. To the air on first down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And, man, that is a huge play for the defense because they had to stop the bleeding. On the very last play, they gave up an explosive one, and all of a sudden it feels like the defense is on their heels. But what a great job in an individual effort, winning up front, getting around the block, and getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play.
Unloads it left. It's complete. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. On first and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Leaves it with the running back. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
Man, I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with them.
What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
And they tried to sneak the draw in there, and the defense was not fooled.
You know, there's an art to selling the draw play, and that one was kind of more paint by numbers. Didn't turn out so well.
And the defense, you could tell, they weren't fooled. They were agreeing with your painting by numbers and got in there quick, fast, and made the play.
They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1. This is a design run. Touchdown, Ducks! And they add 6 more on the board with that trip to the house.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Well, the ball hasn't hit the ground very often for this guy in this game, right? He's even still, after that incompletion, over 80% throwing, which is key. Because last game he was under 50% on his throws. He went back to work, worked on his fundamentals, and that's really showing up here.
In defense, you have to have great eyes. You have to have good vision on the quarterback to be able to see it. You could tell he's throwing the football right now. Watch the defense react, come up, get the wide receiver on the ground. He goes nowhere.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the grab on the left. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. And the Beavers will bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. That one's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be dead at the 35-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to... David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
The Ducks have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
Fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always guys that can get the football, get downhill, get back in the line of scrimmage, run the next play really fast. But it
always got some space. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Just outside the red zone, if they pick up the first down, they'll spot it at the 22.
And that's a nice third down conversion for this offense. And I'll tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together, get one of those long drives going.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run him from the gun. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around, and this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. Never a doubt. And they'll push that lead out a little further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Touchdown, Oregon. The defense putting points on the board.
And stop it. How about back-to-back beats with pick sixes? This guy is now making plays, not just for his defense. He's scoring points, and I promise you the locker room is a lot of fun. Mr. Pick Six, he's going to get a lot of congratulations and a lot of accolades this week.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Using his legs, it's Applewhite. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They're facing a 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. The Beavers will snap it on 1st and 10. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man quickly. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play. The Beavers racing to the line in the hurry-up. 2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. Firing to the right, complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play.
That's a great sign for this offense. Man, everything's been difficult so far, and you've dug yourself a huge hole. They're going to have to find some completions, find some energy, find some momentum somehow, because it's been a struggle out the gates.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He wants to throw it again. Pocket breaking down. The short hands. It's Montgomery. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And the Beavers will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Deep in his own territory as he reels in that punt. Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. His drive will open from the 15. One man in the backfield, and he gets it.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more, but sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Grabbed in the middle. It's Ferguson. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here. Pass completion, move the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Perez to throw. Quickly complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They'll immediately call timeout. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. It's complete. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Working that left side now. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. And they've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Heaves it into trouble, and he finds trouble with the pick. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense. The Ducks will boot it away to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Huge deficit to start this 3rd quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
The Beavers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on 2nd down. Gets it out quickly. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Back to pass. Fires to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Got room to work. He breaks a tackle. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. The Beavers line up to punt it away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse.
And these punt returners only get so many opportunities to try to make plays, and do they want to make them? So much space back there when you punt them the football. But the thing is, look at all these guys flying down the field, all the speed on the field for that punt coverage team, and you could tell they caught up with him to force the fumble.
Good blocking up front. Great job following it. He's got 6 to the 18. And the Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Chance to build a little momentum here by converting this third down from deep in your own territory. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this... There he goes! They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Quickly complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Beavers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on 3rd. Quickly out to the tight end. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. The Beavers have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun. Give on the inside. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Halfway there on first down. It's 2nd and 5. Off play action. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Oregon State. The offense cashing it in on that drive. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. Fires to the big fella. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The Ducks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Tight end now in motion. The give to the back. Turning it on! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Running to the left. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Ducks back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Perez wants to throw. Takes the easy completion. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! And the route is on. It's as if the Duck has hopped on that motorcycle and is revving the engine, and Oregon is threatening to drive away.
And Oregon's a team that, man, when they get it going, a lot of times they're just so hard to stop. The swag gets rolling. The uniform always looks good, but Oregon State's going to have to find something in this rivalry.
They need a big play, and they need it right now. The Beavers need to be able to slow down this runaway train that is the Oregon Ducks right now.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. The give to the left side. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. He uncorks one deep. Pulls in the deep ball. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Makes the grab. Breaks into the open. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Thomas. Slithers into space. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. The Beavers will have it 1st and 10. Right back to the well. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's got it and still on his feet. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. And the Beavers are threatening on 1st and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Looking to get it in. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Dumps it off in the flats. Touchdown, Beavers! And they take it in for 6 more points. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. 1 more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. On the move from inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. And Oregon has has it back, and here comes the offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern... That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Finds the tight end. No chance to run, but still a good gain.
Well, nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
He'll get it out to the 43-yard line. That's where they mark him out of bounds, and this offense is starting to do a little work.
And this offense does it again on 3rd down. They have been so elite on 3rd down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Buys a little time with his feet. Caught near the sticks. It's Ferguson. A solid pickup, and he goes out of bounds at the 30. Now on first down from the 30. From the gun, the ground game. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Looking for the end zone. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chain.
Touchdown, Oregon! And the punishment has been extended. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry, get some emotion, get some momentum on your side.
Finds his man down the middle.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Got out of trouble and throws. Wide open downfield. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. You can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this. And the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got some room to run. He's at the 20. Touchdown Ducks! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense here in the 4th quarter. They're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
That's caught. It's Thomas. Brought down at the 21, but a really big play there to pick up 10. Ball spotted at the 21. It's 1st down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Oh, he's got some space. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. The Beavers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the 4th quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back.
Lofts one high and deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Beavers will punt this one away. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. So after the 1st down run, here's 2nd down. Perez to throw. Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Caught near the sticks. It's Slater. Down to the 32 and out of bounds right there. They've got it down to the 32. 1st and 10 coming. Under fire. Grabbed behind the line. It's Slater. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
Yeah, and that's a great job by this offense. And I tell you what, 4th quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly what you want to do. Lean on these guys, run the football, eat that clock.
He works his way ever closer closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
And the Ducks will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And with that touchdown, man, you're getting excited. As a fan base, you're about to go to 3-0. Like, a lot of things could go wrong to start a season. Everything gone right. That's a great sign for this squad. They got it rolling. Can they keep that momentum, keep climbing up the rankings, and who knows what happens at the end of the year.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And good work. Coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Leaves it with the back. Jukes his way for more. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4. The give to the tailback. They'll stop him at the 22 after a 5-yard pickup.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on 2nd down, and you see guys bleeding into the 2nd level of the defense getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
He just got rid of that one to save the down, didn't see anything he liked.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of them today.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a throw downfield late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. It's complete to the left. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. And the Beavers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Back swinging with the goal line. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. So as they've done